Dallas Live House.
The following contest scheduled for one fall.
Bloody hell, you want to hitch yourself to this caboose? You're in for a bumpy ride.
I hate your hat. I hate your t-shirts. I hate your wristbands. I hate your shoes. I hate your music. I hate the C Nation.
And then you want to walk back in here and call this place your home? This is not your home. This is my home.
Well, you don't know who you're dealing with. You are dealing with the best in the world.
You get what you have earned, and what you have earned is nothing!
This ain't no disco. Ain't no country club either. This is the 3 Count Thursday podcast. So let's go, baby.
Tell him to say it to my face. Say it to my face, Bill Goldberg.
Good evening. Welcome to 3 Count Thursday. It's Ryan, not Big Jim. He was too good to be here with us tonight. Joined tonight with Matt and Tim. It's great to see you, fellas. I have you unmuted already, something that Jim would never, which is just ridiculous. I thought he was going to mute me from a distance, but he's not. He can't do it. We're not going to allow him to do it. Don't adjust your sets. It's just the 3 of us here tonight. No Mark. So this show should go pretty smooth.
You'd hope.
Jim, he's at a game show right now. I think he is himself the yodeling man at the stage production of The Price is Right. They couldn't bring the yodeling man, so Jim had to climb a ladder, and we'll just jump off the end if the guys go over the price. So, Jim, I hope you have a fantastic night off. You've earned it. You deserve it. And we will do our best to mock you the entire show. Mark's not here because, well, Mark's Mark.
Reasons, I guess.
Mark's Mark. His job is too important where he actually pays his bills, and I guess that's understandable. So, I don't know, whatever. My name's Ryan. You guys know the gimmick here. Matt, Tim, how are you boys?
Doing well.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. I thought it was going to be just the 2 of you guys, and luckily my availability status came open very, very early. Now I got to leave. Devin missed us
here, and he missed us. Devin, it's fine. We missed you too. It's been. You guys didn't go last week, did you? It's been a while since we've gone live.
That's been a couple weeks, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was last episode, September 18th, last live episode. That was when we covered WrestlePalooza.
Oh, look. Devin's happy to see Matt. I guess, Matt, you've been gone longer than all of us.
I've been gone quite some time. I was traveling a lot in September.
He's a big traveler. I know Jim and I went to a hockey game. We saw the Capitals and the Flyers in Hershey at a preseason game. I was heading out of town for a concert last week. I didn't know if you guys went live last week or not because I didn't care to check. So shame on me. What's up, Scotty? Happy belated birthday to Mark and Matt. Tim, your birthday is coming up, apparently. That's according to Scott, so I'll have to keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
You know, if we go live next week, maybe there'll be a birthday on that day.
It's that soon. I've got to buy a card. I don't buy cards for anybody.
Please don't buy me a card.
As long as Facebook reminds me, I'll wish you a happy birthday.
I can live with that. It is a very uneventful, non-celebratory. Yeah, I'm a year away.
What are you, 39? Is that
39? Nobody gives a shit.
39. Nope, no one gives a shit. No one gives a shit when you're 41 either, or 42. So don't worry about it. It's shit for a year. Everybody celebrates, and then you're back to nobody caring. Matt and I are here because the Phillies stress us out, and this is just a way for us to decompress and maybe be I don't freaking know. Distracted. Wow. I mean, the game's looking up right now. Not going to complain. We got 1-0.
Give it time.
We'll
happen.
We'll keep you abreast if anything serious happens. But
it could be worse. You could have got your ish pushed in by the Blue Jays.
It's true.
Well, ish was pushed in.
This is mainly glad they didn't get swept. I didn't want to be the one team to get swept in the playoffs.
Dude, I mean, the Powder Blues, they look great. If they were going to get swept, they were going to get swept looking great.
Yeah.
It's a solid play there. Got a lot to cover, actually, tonight. Again, when talk about professional wrestling in 3 or 4 weeks, some shit starts to build up, which is exciting. Tim is a late edition here, so I don't think we have any graphics probably for any of these. So we're going to cover 2 pay-per-views today. We're going to cover Crown Jewel, which apparently isn't in Saudi Arabia. That's Crown Jewel in Perth, which I found out is not in Saudi Arabia just moments ago when I looked it up. It's in Australia.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who'd have fucking guessed? Probably everybody, I guess. I don't know. I don't watch wrestling anymore. I don't know why I'm even doing this. So we're going to cover Crown Jewel. We've got some questions about some title reigns. That's exciting. Charlie, he sends me shit all the time. I finally commented back on one of them when we got talking. That limped me into a freaking topic tonight. Mercedes Monet, we're going to talk about her. TNA Bound for Glory. That should be a fun show. I don't know if you guys are familiar with what's happening over there in TNA, but we'll run down the card. I'll act like I know what wrestlers I'm talking about. We'll make predictions on matches we're never going to watch. We're going to have a great time. Be out of here in about 55 minutes. Hang tight. Guys, the game's on. Just mute the game. Watch us. Listen to us. Interact. We have comments. We want to take your comments. Like and share. Wait, I have a button for like and share. I saw this earlier. Jim's gone. I was fucking around and playing with some stuff. Look at this. Look at this. Boom. Like and subscribe. Look at that.
Hey.
He knows what he's doing here. Look, here's another one. Bam. Different colors. We can do that, right? How exciting. Boom. Dog. Fucking know what I'm doing. I don't know. Which one? Was it this one? Boom. Look at that. Right back to where we started. Where do you guys want to start? Oh, here, I have some breaking news. Let's start with some breaking news. Kylie Ray tweeted out this afternoon that her time with the WWE ID program has come to an end, effective today. I believe she is pregnant with baby, with child. So that might be the reason that they're not renewing her, but best wishes to her in the next chapter of her life. I don't even know what the WWE ID program is to know like anything about. These are just folks still wrestling on the independent scenes that can charge a little bit more for their booking. Is that really all that this is? I don't know.
So if I recall what the WWE ID program was originally supposed to be, it was kind of like WWE's attempt at doing like an NIL for indie wrestlers, not to be confused with the actual NIL deals that they do with college athletes. But they partnered up with a handful of wrestling schools like Black and Brave with Seth Rollins, infamously Knox Pro with Rikishi. I think that partnership has ended thanks to Rampage Jackson Jr. And I think there's a few
the Nightmare
others.
Factory part of that, the Nightmare.
No, I don't think Nightmare Factory is, but I think like Reality of Wrestling is.
Is that Booker T's?
That's Booker's T School.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's a few others. I think the ID site is still up and running. I can't recall. Maybe the Nightmare Factory is on there.
I think this is just something that will eventually just disappear.
I think what it was originally meant to do was to like label certain schools as being like, these are WWE certified training facilities.
Okay.
Where you can go there and train. And then if you're a part of those schools, then there's a possibility for you yourself as an independent contractor to get on an ID deal. And those people are, I guess, the next in line NIL. to get called up to LFG or Evolve. More acronyms, more alphabet soup. But I thought Kylie Rae was the WWE Women's ID champion.
I couldn't tell you who the WWE Women's Champion is. So
the rate you should. You have the run sheet.
Good luck with. I did a run sheet. Well, I didn't. I just told Jim what we were going to talk about tonight.
Yeah. So
where is
literally,
Jim anyway, this is BS.
So Kylie Rae was and is the only Women's ID champion. And the title was vacated on September 22nd.
Oh, okay. So Vacant has the championship.
Yes. Apparently, Kylie Rae went on maternity leave then, but I guess now the new news is that her ID status is going to
the deal itself
fall off.
Yeah.
So cool. I couldn't tell you anybody who is a part of the ID system with the exception of like one person. And that's Sam Holloway.
Kylie Rae was the one person I could tell you about.
Right. Who's the men's champ? If
I've not come across them, like in my dealings on the independent scene, like I've called Kylie Rae matches before. That's the only reason I would have known Kylie Rae. I would never be able to guess anybody else.
So the men's champion is a wonderful gentleman by the name of Cappuccino Jones.
Okay. I believe I've heard of Cappuccino Jones.
Yes. He is a member of the WWE Evolve roster. But he won the title in a tournament beating Jack Cartwheel, also an ID guy.
Jack Cartwheel. Yeah, familiar with Jack Cartwheel.
For sure. But
GCW fella, I believe, right?
Yeah, Jack Cartwheel. He did some stuff with Pro Wrestling Noah. He's done some stuff with Game Changer, Ring of Honor, etc., etc.
Right. Yep. Nope. No clue. I feel like it'll just stop and cease to exist in time. And it'll be breaking news for Big Jim to cover when he gets back.
At some point, yes.
At some point, whenever Jim decides to show up for work, it's BS. What do you guys want to talk about next? You want to do Crown Jewel?
We can talk about literally anything, my guy.
Yeah. All right, let's do Crown Jewel. That's up. I have that written down. We'll do some Crown Jewel talk. We'll talk about some other stuff, and then we'll end the show with TNA's Bound for Glory. So in Perth, Australia this weekend, Saturday, the 11th. What time? I don't freaking know. Probably like
8 a.m.
Nope, ain't watching this. What the fuck? 8 a.m.
8 a.m. Saturday. Yes.
Okay, so if you want to wake up 8 a.m. Saturday, turn in early Friday night to watch wrestling, be my guest. But WWE's hosting Crown Jewel in Perth, Australia. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 5 matches on the card. It's probably going to take the WWE, I don't know, some 3 hours of your time. So this isn't getting over until 11. I guess what else are you doing on a Saturday morning, right?
Sleeping.
It's going to be nice. It's going to be beautiful. It's actually going to be really wet. Actually, on the East Coast, I think like a nor'easter is coming up the coast. Maybe this is a great opportunity to just sit in your bed and watch professional wrestling. I don't know. I'm going to be very honest with you. I was looking at this card, and I don't give a shit about any of these matches. This is the biggest throwaway pay-per-view I believe I've ever seen in the history of wrestling.
Since WrestlePalooza.
Am I selling this well to you? I don't know. Leave a comment. Are you interested in watching this? Let's find out. Cody Rhodes. No, let's start at the top. Roman Reigns versus Big Bronson Reed. I think they removed the word big from his name. It's just Bronson Reed. But he's going to be an Australian street fight. That sounds like fun. Roman Reigns was just on the Pat McAfee show talking about this. Didn't watch it, but I saw he was there. Who you got? That's right. Don't all jump at once. I know y'all are excited.
Well, usually the host tells
directs traffic. Yeah.
Oh, don't give a shit. Who do you got?
Go on, Matt.
Roman Reigns for this one. Feels like the moment will be too big for Bronson Reed in an Australian street fight. Now, if it was like a Sydney street fight, then maybe I would lean more towards Bronson Reed. But the whole of Australia, that's Roman's territory.
It is the whole of Australia.
It
was also Nia Jax's nickname when she lived in Australia. Stop that.
So the more interesting thing WWE could do is to let Bronson Reed win, but WWE is allergic to doing that, so it's going to be Roman.
Wait, is today International Beer and Pizza Day, or is it Saturday? Either way, I'm excited. That sounds like something I would get much more excited about.
Our random holiday correspondent is not here, so let me take a look.
Oh. So Big Dick Devin thinks Bronson Reed. I think this is Roman Reigns. I don't know. What's an Australian street fight? I don't think we've ever seen one.
Today is actually International Beer and Pizza Day.
It's today. Well, thank you so much, Zach.
Today.
Not all heroes wear capes. Thank you for pointing that out. That's probably the most important thing to come out of this show.
Thank you, Zach.
We're gonna thank you. This is it. That's it. It's we've peaked already. We're in 15 minutes.
It's done.
It is done. God darn. So we all said Roman on that one. The Australian street fight. That sounds great. We have a tag team match. We have Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. They're taking on the Kabuki Warriors. That's going to be Asuka and Kairi Sane. Matt, who do you have in this one?
Well, considering Rhea Ripley is from Australia and the Triple H has kept the legacy of not letting people win in their home turf, I will go with the Kabuki Warriors for this one.
I will also go with the Kabuki Warriors. I have not been watching much of Monday Night Raw, but the stuff that I have watched has been this Japanese drama between the three members of the Kabuki Warriors, or the three Japanese members of what used to be called Damage Control. I'm
like
interested.
This is where Mark would be like, her Kabuki.
Her Kabuki.
Kabuki.
But yeah, what they're doing with Asuka right now has got me really interested. At least to follow along.
Right? She's misting people.
Yeah, and on top of that, they're doing this weird. It's very similar to something they're kind of doing in AEW, but they're doing it more heavy-handed, with Asuka being the figurehead and Kairi and Io being her like wrestling offspring, for a lack of a better phrase. And right now, like, Kairi's under Asuka's thumb and Io's not, and Asuka wants her back under her thumb, and Kairi's like, we're a family. And it's very A to B storytelling, but it's interesting, and Asuka's on my television, so I'm happy. Yay.
Yes, that does sound very Kabuki-ish. I have to agree with both of your logics. I don't believe Rhea wins at her hometown. I don't even know where she's from. I don't believe she's from Perth itself.
Adelaide,
yes. Beautiful Adelaide. It's beautiful this time of year. It's something Mark would say. Kabuki Warriors over. We have John Cena. I don't know. He's down to like 2 or 3 matches, right? This is it. John Cena taking on AJ Styles. First of all, is this a match you want to see? Second of all, who do you got? We'll go with Tim first this time.
Is it a match I want to see? Yeah. Like, it's John Cena's retirement tour. Give me all the hits. It's also the soft launch of the AJ Styles retirement tour.
Yes.
Who he's come out and said that his last year of wrestling is 2026. And so, am I interested? Yes. Who's going to win? Cena.
Am I interested? Yes. I think Cena wins as well.
Maybe I should have rephrased. Is this a good stop on Cena's retirement tour? Is AJ Styles a worthy opponent down to like John Cena's last 3 or 4 matches? I'm not sure how many we actually have left. I guess that's what I meant.
Okay.
If you're interested. Is this a good opponent for him this close to the end?
So, is it my choice? No. But WWE feels very insistent that we have to play the hits with Cena and go through his murderer's row, so to speak, of people that have had a past with him. I mean, the only person he's faced in this run that he didn't have a history with was Cody. And that was surrounding The Rock and the WWE title. Aside from his matches with Cody, and Logan Paul. But he did stuff with R-Truth, who he had a tangential thing with that was mainly pushed by R-Truth. He had the Brock thing. He's got the AJ Styles thing. He had
Randy
the
Orton's
CM Punk
out there,
thing.
right?
He had the Randy Orton thing. AJ Styles. There's not that many other people still on the roster.
That's fair.
Like, the only other person left is Mike the Miz, and he's half hot about being left off. But Cena posted on Instagram a picture of the Miz, so I'm sure that match is going to come up at some point. And I'm just curious as to where else, because I think Crown Jewel is his 5th to last stop.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think there's 4 more stops for him. One is Saturday Night's Main Event in December.
Well, that's the end. That's the end, right?
That's the end. The end.
Oh, you don't think that's the end? That's the end in quotes.
WWE is putting WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia. A lot of retired people are going to come back out at WrestleMania 43.
You think we get John Cena next WrestleMania? Or I'm sorry,
100%.
It's not next. It's 2 WrestleManias from now, correct?
WrestleMania, yeah, not this year's Mania.
Not this coming Mania.
Next Mania.
It's the following year.
Yeah. 2027.
Okay. That's a bold prediction. Okay.
I think it is the most lukewarm, cold prediction. Because, like, I think here's the hotter take. Shawn Michaels is going to wrestle. The Undertaker's going to wrestle. Stone Cold Steve Austin's going to wrestle. The Rock's going to wrestle. The Undertaker's going to wrestle. Like, they're going to dig everyone's gear out of retirement.
They're going to just bring Falaba in as Yokozuna.
Possibly.
They'll do what they can.
They're just going to start right now and start force feeding Solo Sikoa. Just quintuple plates of fried rice. Just pound down the rice. Put him on the sumo diet and just...
The rice and beans minus the beans. Matt,
Yeah,
that could have been a whole lot worse than it was.
Triple
Could have
rice. Yes. But yeah, I'm just very curious because to me, I would have liked, and there's still plenty of time. Well, not really, but there's still a little time left for Cena to pay it forward.
Okay.
Like, you got guys like Braun Breaker out there who could use a match like this. You've got Dominic Mysterio out there who could use a match like this. But instead, you're gonna give it to a guy who doesn't need it. Like, there's a rumor that, like, the scuttlebutt is the person who's going to be his last match is going to be Gunther.
Okay.
You know, the guy who needs to be established.
Right.
But
I mean, he hasn't wrestled anybody in this tour that needs to be established, though.
yeah, and I think that's
Like,
part of the problem.
He's not put a single wrestler over at all. Right. That needs
Cody.
to.
He put Cody over.
And I don't mean put over, like he wasn't higher after that match on the card. Like, It didn't elevate Cody Rhodes.
I mean, it put him back as the world champion. That's the only thing. It elevated his status from being not world champion to being champ again.
Being champion, right? And that anybody could have.
It
right.
literally could have been anybody.
Speaking of championships, this is really cool. This is going to be the one that everybody talks about for a while. They're crowning the WWE Women's Crown Jewel Champion. How exciting!
Yeah, this is the second year in a row. Who was the first?
Fuck if I know. Matt, do you know?
I do not know.
Who is the first?
Liv Morgan.
So Liv Morgan is the champion, but she's not going to defend this championship.
No. So the Crown Jewel title is a title only defended at the Crown Jewel pay-per-view, and it's not even a defense. It is literally the title given to the winner of the champion versus champion matches at Crown Jewel.
That might be
the dumbest shit you've ever heard.
Thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
So literally, my opinion already going into these last two matches.
Yeah, they're dumb. Well, originally this was created for Saudi Arabia, and the Crown Jewel titles stayed at the WWE experience in Riyadh.
Okay.
As for people to go and see and experience. So they've Ocean's 11 the Saudis set up and took the titles, and these titles are comically large.
They're so big.
They're humongous.
They're almost as big. You see that belt Ricky Morton's wearing?
It's bigger than that, but
that
barely.
Thing goes from like nips to mid thighs on poor Ricky Morton. How it doesn't knock that old man over, I don't know.
Right.
That's comically large. This is huge. We got Stephanie Vaquer taking on Tiffany Stratton. Apparently, these are both the WWE Women's Champions for each brand.
Yes.
One of these folks are going to walk out with more hardware, but not hardware they're ever going to defend or need to carry around. I have Stephanie Vaquer here. I don't know. Why not? That seems like the right choice. Matthew?
Tiffy time for me.
And I'm gonna go with Steph Vaquer. Like, I think she's on a heater. She just won the women's world title from EO at WrestlePalooza. And I think the Tiffany Stratton experiment is slowly dying a death, so to speak. Too much too soon for her, in my opinion. But again, that's just my opinion.
And that's what we're here to discuss. Tim's opinions.
Not my opinion. It's our collective.
I don't have an opinion. So then the women get to do this. The men are going to have to do it as well. Very exciting. For the men's championship, that'll never be defended or seen or talked about again. Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins for the WWE Crown Jewel champion. Who was the first original one? Couldn't tell you. Don't even know.
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes, of course. That's who I was going to say.
He beat Gunther for it. I couldn't tell you who Liv beat. I want to say she beat EO, but I can't say for sure.
He was catching up on some comments here. Devin thinks Cena's going to stay retired. I also think that he also has Stephanie winning. Who did Devin? You would probably know this. Who did Lil Liv beat to win this useless championship? Here I have Cody Rhodes. Oh, someone's doing a journalism.
I'm doing a journalism. So it was Nia Jax.
I told you. I said what I said. The whole
Nia
of
Jax.
Australia.
Twas Nia.
Too slow, Devin.
Yeah, I know. He had one job to outsmart me.
He was probably lightheaded from all the blood.
You know, who can blame him? If Seth Rollins doesn't win, he gets cut under his knees get cut out from under him.
Right off from under him.
I think Seth has more to gain from this than Cody.
And that's why I picked Seth Rollins.
I can't let WWE pick the interesting thing. I'm picking Cody.
That's also why I picked Cody. Matt, what do you got?
I also picked Cody.
Cody seems like the right choice. Devin? Oh, Devin Naya's not in the match. Silly dog. He picks Seth Rollins. We'll see. Moment of truth. Are you guys tuning in? Are you guys watching?
No.
I will follow along on social media and see what I need to talk about.
Yeah, not watching. Do not care.
Yep, I'll be camping. So
if you're listening, following along, I won't be. I have plenty of opportunity. I'm just not doing it. Devin, are you watching? Anybody else listening? Let me know if you guys are watching. If you care to watch Crown Jewel. I don't. Congratulations to Mercedes Moné. She has now been the AEW TBS champion for 501 day. 501 days TBS champion. In 8 days, she becomes the longest reigning TBS champion in history. Did she elevate the title to the spot it should be in after 501 days? Devin's probably going to watch.
Nice. Do you want me to go first, Matt?
Yeah, I was thinking. I mean, I think that it's probably where you would imagine it would be. I don't know that she necessarily elevated it a ton, but she brought it up a bit, I would say.
Yeah, I think that she has done a great job in elevating the title. AEW is kind of doing the same thing WWE does, where they let somebody set a record and then that person unceremoniously leaves the company and then you have to right the ship, so to speak. Think of Brock Lesnar being the youngest WWE champion, or The Rock being the youngest WWE champion in history. And then it was Brock. Well, then it was Randy Orton. So, if you go back through the annals of the TBS title, the longest reigning champion was Jade Cargill.
Jade, right.
And now, Jade has gone off to greener pastures. So what better way to fill it than with the former WWE person who's now choosing AEW? But like I said, Mercedes has done a fantastic job with the TBS title. She has made a fan out of me. Not so much that Sasha Banks girl, but Mercedes Moné is legit. And I think what helps her cause is the fact that she's also gone and collected all of these other titles, like the Rev Pro title, the New Japan Strong title, a lot of other smaller independent titles, and creating this almost J Crown, so to speak, for the women's wrestling. And it's interesting. But it's very, very, it's definitely left the title in a better place. I'm just afraid that they're not going to know how to get the title off of her creatively. That's the thing. Like, you have the title for so long that it's almost like the only way you can really take it off of her is if, like, she relinquishes the title. That's what
really. Okay.
That was the big fear for me with the All-In match with Toni Storm. Like, she wins the Owen, she meaning Mercedes, pronouns pal. Mercedes wins the Owen, challenges Toni as TBS champion.
Yep.
It's Ultimate Warrior Hulk Hogan. Like, the lesser champion is going to beat the bigger champion, relinquish the lesser title, but they didn't do that. And then Mercedes holds onto the title for longer.
Man, I feel like you could just catch Mercedes. Like, I wouldn't even be upset if in a solid match, she's just caught with like a schoolboy and boom, what the fuck? I mean, it's pro wrestling. Anybody at any time can beat anybody. I think you just have to rip the bandage when the time comes that way and just catch her.
So the crazy thing is that the story you're wanting them to tell for taking the title off of Mercedes is the story they've been telling keeping the title on Mercedes. She has more often than not been the person who is catching her challenger off guard
Right.
with a roll up or a quick pin or something. Like, it's very rare she's hitting her finish.
So the
for the
story is
win.
there that she's taking some shots throughout a match.
Oh, for
She's not
sure.
untouchable.
They're throwing the biggest and the baddest and the best at her at almost every turn. And that's what's kind of scary about it, is like, it's scary because like, who is she going to end up eventually losing the title to?
That's obviously the follow-up question we have.
Right.
Who?
I would say one of the girls from the Triangle of Madness, whether it's Tekla, Julia Hart, or Sky Blue.
Okay.
I think putting it on, I would say if I had to bend my wrist, I'm taking Tekla. She's the leader of the group. So, I think that'll work. Tekla's perfectly placed in that upper mid card, not quite a main eventer, but not quite an underneath girl. Having the TBS title would do wonders for her.
Agreed.
I don't think the person that takes it off Mercedes Moné is in the company right now. I don't think they know what to do.
That's crazy. That's like,
it is a wild, crazy thing to say, but I truthfully don't believe, and I don't have any faith that it's not going to be somebody that we all end up shitting on.
Okay.
Like, I wouldn't be shocked if it's like a Ronda Rousey.
Jesus.
I wouldn't be shocked if it's goddamn Brie Bella.
Okay.
I wouldn't be. Like, that doesn't surprise me, and I think that's the route. They can hold it for hold it for a week or two, a month, whatever. Easy to come off Brie.
Yeah, it is.
Like, the shock of like, oh, this former WWE sort of person from my past comes and steals the belt off me. That wouldn't shock me one bit. I like somebody new. I like a homegrown style talent from AEW. I just don't have faith that that's what they would do. But I agree. I think the championship's in a much better spot. Congrats on setting records. Records are made to be broken. Speaking
also
records,
in the same vein, we haven't podcasted since then, but kudos to Obafemi. He just recently lost the NXT world title to Ricky Saints, but Obafemi's reign was the 5th longest reign in NXT men's title history.
Oba had a solid run. Sneakily solid.
He really did. The only people that had a reign longer than his, if I recall, it's Adam Cole, baby. It's Finn Balor. It's Braun Breaker. And it's Adrian Neville. And Obafemi's 5th. So think of everybody else that's ever held that NXT title, and Oba's the 5th longest reign.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That is wild. I believe probably the only person Cam Play is on YouTube right now, checking out. Appreciate that. Thanks for the watch. Devin says hell no for something. Who knows what that was about? But thank you, Devin.
I think his hell no was if Mercedes has elevated the title.
Oh, that could be. Well, Devin doesn't think so. And Devin, you're not here.
Devin is firmly opposed to that.
Yeah. Why is that, Devin? Just let us know. Why don't you think so? It's been a long reign. I don't know what else she could have done for it. I don't know. Last week's SmackDown hit an all-time low on the USA Network. Let's talk about this. This is exciting. It averaged a 1.3 million viewers. 1.03 million viewers and only 313,000 in the key 18 to 49 demo. Are you watching? Are you watching SmackDown?
No.
Well, that's 3 of us. Why do you think people are not tuning in? Is it programming? Is it pushback for some of the choices that the WWE's made? Is this just a Friday night on USA and it's the end of summer and things are still happening? What do you think is the downturn? And again, this is 1 week. It's a snapshot. I know Jim doesn't want us to talk about ratings, but Jim, you're not here, so suck it. We're going to talk about ratings and how shitty they are right now for SmackDown.
So when was this taken? Like from what date to what date?
Was last week's SmackDown, specifically just last week's episode.
All right. I mean, yeah, I think part of it is the Friday thing. I mean, there's a lot going on. You had the playoffs starting for specific sports. There's college football. There's a lot of high school football going on that is going to take a lot of like your younger audience away, because parents at this point are probably like, get out of the house, go do something with your friends and stuff like that. So I would say that's probably a contributor, is just the date and time factor. Be my.
I think that's very accurate. I mean, I have a niece that is a junior in high school, and Friday night football games are not to be missed when you're a junior in high school. Like, these are very important things. So yeah, that's definitely a portion of the audience not tuning in. Obviously still trying to capture the last couple of like warm weekends, end of summer. There's just shit to do that's not sit down and watch professional wrestling on the USA Network.
Especially on a Friday night.
It's just a hard sell, man.
Yeah.
Tim?
So I think what also has hurt it a lot is much like what AEW had to deal with post the CM Punk leaving and then the Tony Khan reveal of the All Out footage that blew up in his face. There was a lot of negative press that AEW had to work through. Also, like their crowd size. The court of public opinion had already voted that AEW was trash. And it took them months of solid TV to get even or a little ahead.
Okay.
You got to remember, when WWE started the partnership with USA for SmackDown was 3 hours long.
Yeah, that's true.
They were doing garbage 3-hour SmackDowns. People probably still think they're doing 3-hour SmackDowns, but they've actually marched it back, and it's 2 again. But I think what's also hurt WWE in the long run is they've moved too many channels too suddenly.
Yeah.
Okay.
People don't know where to tune in.
Exactly. You've got Raw is exclusively on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
NXT is on the CW. But that used to be on USA.
Yeah.
SmackDown was on Fox, and now it's on USA.
Wasn't there a run where NXT was only on the network?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the original run of NXT. Yeah. And then before that, it was on. Oh, what was it on? I forget the other channel. What other channel it's been on?
NXT?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it on like Sci-Fi or something?
It might have been Sci-Fi.
Destination America?
That's TNA Wrestling, baby. But SmackDown also just seems a little creatively bankrupt right now. I think I just saw a news release that WWE is looking to shake up the creative team to get more interesting stories put together. But when your main players on SmackDown right now, it's Cody Rhodes, it's Drew McIntyre, it's the MFTs, which, like, that storyline's weird. Damian Priest, Tiffany Stratton, Nia Jax, like, there's just it feels very much back in the vein of what it used to be, where all of the cool toys go to Monday night.
Yep.
And then what's left on Friday is like the scrubs.
SmackDown is clearly the B show.
Right. And it almost feels like it's weird. It almost feels like we need to get away from the brand split. Like, I think right now, WWE should take a page out of AEW's book and do away with the brand split.
Okay.
But I'd also like to see AEW take a shot at doing some type of brand split. And
AEW's roster feels bloated. WWE's roster actually feels pretty trim in some spots. I agree.
Yeah.
See, WWE's roster is so heavy on Raw that it makes SmackDown feel light.
Okay.
Because, like, literally everybody is over on Raw. Like, the Wyatt Six are on SmackDown. They're the tag champs.
Wouldn't have told you that.
Right. And the Wyatt Six debuted on Raw, and then they got moved to SmackDown. Why? Because nobody wanted to do the spooky stuff on Raw.
Which is silly because that's such a Raw branded team and faction.
It really does feel like that.
Right. And then instead now it's SmackDown, which SmackDown was the Undertaker show.
Yeah.
So it did lean more into the spooky and the scary and the haunted and the creepy and the weird. But that was also when SmackDown was taped on Tuesdays and they could do post-production stuff and do like really cool, spooky after effects. Instead, now everything's live. And the venom that the Wyatt Six had as a group is now washed away.
I agree.
And they're just a 5-person faction where everybody has like every wrestler has an extra persona.
Right. With just a really loose tie to Bray Wyatt.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we're all friends with his brother. Cool. Yeah. Like the coolest that the Wyatt
Six.
Six
I mean,
looked.
friends with the brother. That's really good though for like one thing. And that's like, nah, man, I'm friends with his brother. And like, he gets you a discount at the garage. It gets you like a lick and stick for your inspection. Like that's what the friend with the brother is good for. Not a professional wrestling faction.
Right.
That's a goddamn tag team champions on SmackDown, which I just learned 2.5 minutes ago.
Right. Or being friends with the brother is the brother has an older brother who's in college and you're a senior in high school, and your senior college, your college older brother is throwing a kegger, but you're friends with his brother, so you can get invited as the underage dude drink. Not saying you'd underage drink.
Please, we would never do that.
But also, that's the only thing good of knowing the brother will do for you.
Well,
Like,
and when you win you championships in the WWE.
Buy me booze, buy me cigarettes, get me a movie ticket, like rent me a car, like
those things.
That's it.
That's the name that goes on the hotel that you're going to destroy at the beach this weekend.
Yes. Brent.
Devin says it's almost like the same thing every Friday, and no one wants to see Nia and Tiffany for the 20th million times. Creative sucks.
Right.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
Creative struggling, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, Freddie Prinze took off to do the new I Know What You Did Last Summer movie. Bring him back.
Bring him back. We need Freddie Prinze back.
I think they've actually announced the card for what SmackDown's going to be this week.
While you're looking that up, and WWE NXT was carried on Sci-Fi, WWE.com, Hulu, WWE Network, the USA Network, and most recently, currently, the CW.
Gotcha. So, let me see. Is there a preview? Nope, that's results. Cool. But I think that, like, what was it on? Let me go to Cage Match. Because Cage Match had the listing.
What doesn't Cage Match? Dude, shout out to Cage Match. If you've never caught an independent professional wrestling match, you don't know how much of a friend Cage Match is to you.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure. Where's Friday Night SmackDown? Here it is. SmackDown for this week. The Wyatt Six of Dexter Lumis versus Joe Gacy taking on the Street Profits for the tag titles. Sami Zayn is doing a U.S. Open challenge. It is Stephanie Vicaire and Tiffany Stratton taking on Julia and Kiana James. And in a last man standing match, it's Aleister Black and Damian Priest.
I forgot Aleister Black even came back.
Right.
Yikes. Yikes. Look, and I've made no bones about not being in my active wrestling era right now, and shame on me. Boy, Devin, they just need to get rid of the Road Dogg. Okay. Road Dogg ever do to you? I don't think the problem is one person on SmackDown. I think it is a lot going against SmackDown. I think people are still put off by the pay-per-views and the WWE, the lack of the WWE network. I've seen a lot more chatter of like, say what about Vince, but Vince would not price out the family unit for ticket pricing and things like watching pay-per-views. Like not long ago, WWE was printing t-shirts that said $9.99 for their WWE network, and that's how you were getting pay-per-views and everything. And maybe we were just spoiled and didn't know what we had and how good we have it until it's gone. And maybe that's a case of this. But I think there's a lot of people that are put off by this ESPN thing and the whole TKO. And I don't know. It's an interesting time for the WWE right now. I'm excited to see. I don't want to even say excited. I'm curious to see what it's going to look like a year and a half down the road and see where we're at. Let's bookmark this show and see what it looks like a year and a half from now. Where we said, hey, SmackDown just had a really dog shit week. Was it just an anomaly? Was it 1 week in a box and it's a bad week? Or is this the start of something else?
What's interesting is the fact that WWE has essentially gone the route of like sports, like actual sports.
Yeah.
Mainly collegiate sports, where they are splitting off their brands like college sports is split off their conferences.
Yeah.
Like the SEC network is on this platform and the ACC network is here. And like the Big E or the Big Ten is here.
Right.
And like you got to track down where you want to watch stuff.
I mean, I guess the benefit of that is typically you're just a fan of one team. That like if you are a Ohio State fan, you just subscribe to the Big Ten network.
Right.
You know, if you're a Notre Dame fan, you just have NBC.
Right.
Or Peacock. I don't know, maybe not Peacock. I don't even know. Do you guys still do games on Peacock?
This weekend is, and there's a lot of boomers upset about it.
Okay, well, it's like $7.99.
It's like the 1 week that they're not on NBC.
On NBC. Okay, all right. So you'd have to have Peacock if you are an SEC team that you just have that. Like that's where you don't have to subscribe to multiple outlets to watch wrestling or watch. It's tough, man. It's tough.
Yeah.
I get we're talking about college football as a whole, but like that's like saying, all right, I'm a Penn State fan, or I'm only going to watch the program that Cody Rhodes on because I'm a Cody Rhodes fan. Like that's not how wrestling fandom works.
Right.
At all.
That's the thing. And like again, the closest anybody's ever going to get to having the one-stop shop to have quote unquote all of your things. That first of all, having everything doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
Like Peacock has the historical stuff for now, but no live pay-per-views except for the NXT shows.
Mm-hmm.
NXT's on Peacock, plus all of the historical events. But anything new since the Netflix deal is on Netflix.
Yep.
And on Netflix, you don't have all the historical stuff.
Where can I watch Camp WWE? That's what I want to know.
I think that's Peacock, if anywhere.
I believe it's Peacock as well, if it's even there.
If anywhere.
Right.
But
for $9.99, I used to be able to get it on the WWE network.
Yes, Ryan. 11 years ago, we could pay $9.99. You know what else you could do for you know what else you could do 11 years ago? You could get a McDouble for $1.
And my back didn't hurt when I woke up, and my knees were fine
Yes.
when standing out in public. I understand. It's
Right,
not where
like-
we are anymore.
Yeah, unfortunately, during these troubling times,
I would have happily paid for $15.99 for that WWE network. Instead, what they did is they shut down McDonald's.
correct.
Right.
But
You can still get a McDouble today. It's going to cost you more, but you can still get a McDouble.
Yes.
Can
I
you
don't
still
have
get
that
an Arch Deluxe?
You can't get an Arch Deluxe. That's a better example.
There you
You
go.
can't get the Arch Deluxe. God darn it.
I know.
Let's bring this one home. Let's talk about another professional wrestling company. Let's talk about TNA. They have their big Bound for Glory pay-per-view this weekend in beautiful Lowell, Massachusetts. If you've not been, fucking go. You don't know what you're missing.
If you go, you might find Shawn Michaels' smile. I think it's somewhere still lost there.
It's still buried there.
It might be.
Still somewhere in Lowell.
We've got 9 matches on this card because why not? Going to go run top to bottom. We're just going to go down what you have on Wikipedia, guys. Again, if you're following along, shout out. Let us know what your predictions are. We got Leon Slater, the TNA X Division champion. He's taking on Javon Evans. Matt, we'll go Matt, Tim, me, and round it out quickly as we're coming up to the top of the hour.
That works for me.
I will go with Leon Slater to retain.
I will also go Leon Slater to retain.
I also have Leon Slater to retain here in the X Division championship match. We have the I Inspiration, Cassie Lee, Jesse McKay, taking on the Elegance brand. This is for the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Championships. That's the thing. Obviously, the Inspiration currently the tag team champions. Matt,
who is the new by Elegance? It's
Heather by Elegance and M by Elegance.
M by Elegance. Thank you.
With the personal concierge.
Yes. Personal concierge is there. I don't want to forget that.
Give me the iconic Inspiration.
Give me the Two-Spiration.
Yes, I believe the Two-Spiration retains here as well. We have a Call Your Shot gauntlet match. It's a 20-person intergender Call Your Gauntlet shot match. I don't know who's in this match, so
neither does Wikipedia.
Let's move on. We got Gia Miller versus taking on Tessa Blanchard in a singles match that nobody wants to watch.
Gia Miller.
I think Tessa Blanchard's suspension just ended, so you're going to give it to Tessa.
I have Gia Miller as well, who apparently used to go by the ring name Rusty Iron. That's fun.
Ooh.
We have the system. This is a 10-person intergender hardcore war. That's fun. Hardcore war. We got the system, which is Moose, Alicia Edwards, Brian Myers, Eddie Edwards, and JDC. Of course, Johnny Curtis Fandango. Taking
Johnny
on
Dango Curtis.
Johnny Dango Curtis, of course, taking on Order 4. That's Mustafa Ali, Tasha Steele, Special Agent Zero, John Schuyler, and Jason Hotch. Jason Hotch.
I will go with System of a Down.
Intergender war.
I'll go with the system.
Yeah. I know more of the wrestlers on the system than I do Order 4. So we'll go with the system there as well. We have a singles match for the TNA Knockouts World Champion. We have Kalani Jordan, the current champion, taking on lovely Indy Hartwell.
Give me Indy Hartwell.
Yeah, I think that this title is going to come back to TNA. Kalani won the title after it being vacated by Ash by Elegance at TNA, whatever the hell the card was.
Was it Heat Wave?
No, that's an NXT brand.
Oh, TNA.
Yeah. What was TNA's last event?
Oh, Slammiversary. My apologies.
Okay, Whamiversary. Yes. So I think it's going to come to indie wrestling.
I believe Indie Wrestling Hartwell also will capture the TNA Women's Championship. That makes sense. Here's one. Look at this. You have the Hardys, Matt and Jeff, taking on Team 3D, the Dudley Boys, Bully Ray and Devon, in one final table match. This is for the TNA World Tag Team Championship and the NXT Tag Team Championship. Dudleys versus the Hardys one more time in a tables match.
In the year of 2025.
In the year of 2025. You know what? This is going to make me tune in. This freaking match will be the match that makes me tune in. Matt, who do you got?
I will take... It's for the title. I'll take the Hardys to retain.
It's for both
titles.
TNA and the NXT.
Yeah, they're not putting both of those on the Hardy Boys in the year of 2025. I would hope.
They both are on the Hardys. You mean on the Dudleys?
On the Dudleys, sorry.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the Hardys up. Nice little swan song for Devon.
Yeah.
That's the reason I believe it's going to be the Dudley Boys. You can add one more championship belt that team has won as a unit, adding the NXT championships to their resume. If only to go and drop them the next day or whatever, Tuesday on NXT. I believe it's going to be the Dudley Boys. It's kind of that indie wrestling when a name comes through your system and they win the match early on to win your championship belt, but drop it later in the night. But you can always say, hey, Johnny Gargano was our champion when he was running indie dates. So the Dudley Boys, I think, pick up the championships here. We got Trick Williams.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
That's an interesting way to get the titles off of the Hardys, where they don't have to lose it to a young NXT team. You then just send the titles back to their original brands and then do like double tournaments or whatever.
Right, round robin tournament, whatever, crowns a new champion.
Don't we got a Dusty Cup coming up soon? When's the Dusty Classic?
There's your answer right there. Yep. Team, the Dudley Boys come out, lay the straps down, yada, yada, yada. Dude, I'm not going to lie. If you guys are still hanging in there with us, this fucking Phillies game is just stressful. It is not good at all. I'm surprised that I've kept my composure. Matt's kept his composure, that I'm even aware of what we're talking about here.
We have not had a Dusty Classic in 2025.
There you go.
It's written in the stars.
Million miles away.
I don't watch much wrestling. Sometimes I stumble into something. TNA World Championship. We got Trick Williams, your current TNA champion, taking on Mike Santana.
Did we skip one?
No, did not.
No. I have Frankie Kazarian versus Steve Macklin.
Oh, that's on the bottom of my list for some reason.
Oh,
that's
okay.
The last match.
Gotcha. All right.
Because that's the international championship.
Sorry to jump the gun there. Yeah, so I will go with Trick to retain.
You know what? Let's double them up and wrap this shit up. Who do you have for Frankie Kazarian versus Steve Macklin? That's for the TNA International Championship.
Macklin.
Yeah,
they're not both going to retain. So,
give me Macklin. Give me Mike Santana to redeem TNA.
Dipset.
TNA rips the belts back. I agree. I got Mike Santana, but I have Frankie Kazarian retaining.
Tim, do you remember Jules Santana?
Yes, I do.
I figured you would.
Hell yeah.
That name doesn't ring a bell at all. Does that surprise you?
Not at all.
Yeah. Well, Ryan, you're not a big rap/hip hop guy.
I'm not a big rapper.
I'm trying to remember what his big one single was.
It's the Get Low, the Whistle
That's
song.
right. That's right. The Whistle song.
The Whistle song.
Ugh.
And I only know that song from the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift soundtrack.
The Second Coming was good, even though it never placed anywhere.
I like
Second Coming's had a really good beat.
His 2024 offering Score is my favorite song.
Oh, he was on Hey Ma. That's right.
Oh yeah, that's
There
right.
it is.
He was on Hey Ma. He was on Run It with Chris Brown.
Yep. Yeah. He's more of the
Features dude.
Oh, he's the featureman.
Yeah, he's not going to carry the load, but kind of like Nate Dogg.
Yo, Nate Dogg. But you knew if Nate Dogg was on a track,
it was going to be fire. Yeah, for sure.
Yes. I have one of Nate Dogg's singles on my Spotify playlist. Those of you listening, here's your nice little nugget. In Spotify, look up the song Back Door by Nate Dogg. It is a song about Nate Dogg waiting for a girl's husband to leave the house to then sneak in the wife's back door to hook up with her.
And of course, by back door, he strictly means the door off the porch.
So that's
what he means.
Who's the better features guy, Tim, between Nate Dogg and Timbaland?
Nate Dogg.
Yeah.
It's got to be Nate Dogg.
Tim was a great producer, so he got his ad libs in whenever he produced something.
Yeah.
But Nate Dogg in that era where he was in the era where the rapper needed a singer to do the hook, like Mary J.
Yep.
Or Faith Evans for Bad Boy.
Yep.
That is Nate Dogg for Death Row.
Yep. Absolutely right.
Is Nate Dogg's greatest contribution Regulate?
Probably is most known for sure.
Most known, okay.
Or next episode.
Yeah. I think Regulate has more longevity than next episode.
Yeah. Nate
more of a Tuesday topic.
Yeah, that seems like a Tuesday. And that's a great segue to put a bow on this one.
Yeah.
Join us Tuesday. I think Mark's going to show up on Tuesday.
Well, we can't talk about rap music.
I'll be out.
Mark's like, I love the rapists.
He better
call them that. Are you guys interested in watching TNA Bound for Glory?
I would, but it's $35 on TNA Plus. So
$35. So I guess you got to determine where you want to spend your $30 this weekend.
I got an AEW pay-per-view next week.
Oh shoot, that is coming up. Yes, find the VPN or whatever you got to do.
Maybe you could just Google Watch Pro Wrestling.
Why would you do that? We don't know nothing about that here. Sorry, Big Jim's not here. I don't know what he says. Something.
Something about going
on. I got you, baby. Here it is.
Something. I'm angry. God. Movie and go for the pin.